welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and I join you here just with eyebrows on because I wanted to talk about this today. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. This is very expensive for a CoverGirl item. At least on Ulta's website, it's $21.49. And I think at Walgreens, it was probably around the same, probably $21.99 or so. Definitely an expensive product from CoverGirl, but interesting nonetheless. So I had to buy it, I had to try it. So this is what it looks like. It looks like a gel with little pigment beads suspended in it, and it is very, very thin and essence-like. So from Ulta's website, they say it's a hydro fresh tint with micro droplet technology. Pigmented capsules blend evenly for a radiant bare skin filter effect, suitable for all skin types, even dry and sensitive. It won't clog your pores. Formulated with 71% water, it's a vegan formula, no mineral oil, no sulfates and parabens and stuff. Dermatologically tested, it's also cruelty-free, and it has bakuchiol in it, which is a plant-based retinol alternative kind of product. So it's got a lot of cool stuff in it, but what does it actually do and why is it so expensive? So I know a lot of people are saying this is a very affordable alternative to the Chanel one. I know there's some other brands that make something very similar that look just like this, that look like a gel with beads suspended in it. I've never tried those, and after trying this, if this is a dupe for those, I'm never gonna wanna try those, to be honest, because I can't understand this product. I don't get it, and I'm reading some of the reviews on Ulta's website. Like on Ulta, it has a 4-star rating, which is really good, out of 700 reviews. Let me read you this one 5-star rating, okay? The title of the rating is Honestly, I wouldn't have thought to purchase this product or know how to apply this particular product and when to use this product, but it does have a good coverage though. 5 stars. So some of the reviews, I don't know what they're reviewing, but I'm gonna give you mine. And to be honest, I kind of want to return it. I don't get it. And I don't get it because it's a light sheer coverage. I understand those kinds of things, and I think that kind of product has its place in a makeup routine. I love a light coverage thing. I love the Neutrogena Serum Foundation. Like, I'm almost done with this stuff. I love that. I love the Glossier Skin Tint. I really appreciate a really light, sheer kind of coverage thing. But this I just don't understand. So when you pump it out, it is kind of thin, but it's not super, super runny. I do feel like this benefits from a little bit of moisture already being on your skin. So I'm gonna spray a little primer water on now because it's been a minute since I put on my skincare from earlier. And when you start blending it out, the little pigment capsules start to burst and kind of mix in with the essence and serum that is kind of holding everything together. And then you kind of get something really lightweight and water-like. I don't know if you can see all the water droplets. It really turns into water. This reminds me, at least the texture and application, it reminds me a lot of the Aqua Release thing from number 7, this one right here. I have a review on that as well from last year. And it reminds me of that a lot, but just like a more expensive version of that. So I'm gonna spray some of the NYX, what is it called? First Base Primer Water on my face just to give my skin a little hydration. And I do feel like this benefits from having a little moisture on your skin. I've tried to use this, like if I were to put this on right now, no matter how much water was in it and how like wet it feels, it won't blend that well, and I find it kind of sticks and starts drying really fast on my face if I don't already have some moisture on my skin. So let's do a little pump of this, and I'm gonna kind of work it a little bit, not completely blend it together, but kind of just start bursting those little pigment capsules. I feel like I get a little bit more of an even application when I do it like this. And at first, when I'm putting this on, I feel like it's almost too much because it's so wet. It feels like, oh my God, is this ever going to blend into my skin? What the heck did I put on? And once you start blending it in, you can see it does have some pigmentation. So I did have to exchange this once or twice for different shades, and the one I ended up getting was light medium. which is interesting because I don't think I've ever picked medium anything for my skin tone. But the shade does have some pigmentation to it, so I would say get the one that works for you. I know sometimes with stuff like this that's really, really sheer and light, you can kind of work with it. You can kind of make it work for your skin tone. But with this, I really felt like I needed to get the one that worked for me. And this was the closest one. So I do blend it in with my fingers, like kind of spreading it around. I've tried to blend this in just with my fingers and just kind of work it that way, but it doesn't blend in. I have to use a sponge. It's just, I don't know. I have to use the sponge to kind of get it to look really even. So as you can see, it adds a nice, like, light, barely there sheer coverage to the skin. It kind of looks like you just put on your skincare and your skin looks really glowy and lively and fresh. It looks really, really good when you first put it on. I will give it that. And right now I can feel it drying. I don't know if it's just the water that I can feel evaporating off of my skin, but I can feel it drying down onto my face. It doesn't dry down, like dry away on my face. Like you could still see it's there. I could feel it. It's very tacky, but I can feel the water evaporating off of my skin. It feels like I need to put moisturizer on top of this. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just the high water content or what it is about this in particular, but it does make my skin feel a little bit parched. And I don't love that feeling on my skin, but once I kind of get used to it, I don't know, I just get used to it, I guess, just used to feeling a little bit tight on my skin. So I've been able to get a solid 2 hours out of this stuff, and it drives me crazy because it looks good. It looks nice. And like I said, I like a light coverage, barely there, sheer thing, just something to give you a little like pep in your step and make you look like, this looks okay. I like stuff like that. But what makes this one different than the other stuff, like with my sponge, what makes this different than the serum foundation from Neutrogena or different serum type things like this that I've tried that I like, this fades away very quickly, and I'm not expecting something so lightweight and so sheer coverage to hang on all day and be there, you know, from morning to night. I'm not expecting that from this. But this fades away really obvious and ugly. I can only get about 2 hours of wear out of this before, for one, my chin is completely exposed. My nose, super, super red. And it won't make such a big difference, but when you have makeup on your entire face and suddenly your makeup's missing from here, even if you don't have red on your skin, your chin will look red all of a sudden. Around your nose will look super red all of a sudden. And whenever this starts fading, it takes the other makeup with it. I don't know why it does that, and it makes me feel crazy because I'm like, did I forget to put on bronzer today? Where's my bronzer? But then I notice the makeup's fading away. It disappears from the chin really quickly and it looks bad. It looks like, you know, when you have like a dry patch on your skin and you try to put foundation on top of it and it looks really like clingy and weird. That's how it looks all right here around the mouth area, the nose, the forehead, wherever it wants to start fading, that's what it's gonna do, but it kind of like breaks apart. It doesn't just suddenly disappear, which is kind of what this will do throughout the day. Same with the Glossier Skin Tint. It's gonna kind of fade gracefully throughout the day and kind of just in an even way, just suddenly be gone off of your skin after several hours. But I can only get 2 hours out of this. And I remember checking on it constantly throughout the day to be like, okay, everything's still okay. And then suddenly bronzer's gone. Blush is like, blush, I hardly know her. Where's the highlighter? Everything like disappears when this starts fading from my skin. I don't know why that is. I've tried to put concealer on top of this, high coverage stuff, and same thing, when this starts wanting to fade away, concealer is nowhere to be found. And it just doesn't look good throughout the day. So maybe if I was out running errands or something like today I didn't really wear any makeup, I just did eyebrows and a little tiny bit of mascara. I guess I could have put this on and kind of tried it like that throughout the day today, but I already know I'm not gonna like the way this looks after a couple of hours. And like I said, I don't expect this to hang on all day long. Lightweight, light coverage stuff like this isn't really meant to be a long-lasting coverage product. But if it were to fade away, I would like for it to look good. Fade gracefully, fade evenly, don't make it look obvious like my makeup's wearing off of my face. And this does that for me and it drives me crazy. So I don't know. I don't really want to use it all that much anymore. I don't really want to reach for it because I know it's gonna look good at first. It's gonna look good for a couple of hours and then that's it. The rest of my makeup's also gonna start looking bad and I don't really want that on my skin. If I'm gonna want something really light and kind of lightweight and serumy and glowy on my skin, I'm gonna reach for the Neutrogena one over this. It's also cheaper than this. And I feel like this isn't gonna have many uses in it because every time I pump this out, I feel like this thing just moves up, 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 like really quickly. I don't know, I just feel like this is too expensive for what it does, which is not very much. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if this is a dupe for any other super luxury makeup item, I'm not gonna be interested in trying those because this doesn't do much for me after like the 2-hour mark. Then it's kind of just like, why did I put this on? I already know it's not gonna hang around and it's gonna take all the other makeup off of my face. So that's my 2 cents on this. I don't love it. I think it's, I don't get it. Like I just don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe it's just not made for me. If this works for you, let me know. And I can feel like right now it's drying like nicer, like it feels like it's sinking into my skin, but I could still feel that tight feeling as if the water is evaporating off of my skin. You know that feeling I'm talking about? I just don't enjoy it at all. Let me check out a couple of the other reviews on Ulta because a lot of people seem to like it, but then when you hear that 5-star review I just read, like, why did that person give it a 5-star? This person said waste of money, doesn't blend well, looks splotchy on the face. I do agree it will not blend and it will look splotchy if I don't put some sort of moisture on my skin before using this. And it's weird because this is so wet. You would think it would blend seamlessly, but it sticks all over my face if I just have like a plain dry face. Yes, it's very useful product for all age human. I am satisfied. Hydrating and refreshing. It says it has a cooling feeling. I guess I could get the cooling feeling because it has a lot of water in it. Let's see. This person got it for free from Influencer. This person gave it a 2-star review and then still said, give it a try anyway. Nice coverage, doesn't mix well. I do find that to be true, which is why I mix it together before I put it on my skin, because if I just pump it out onto my fingers and put it on, I feel like you have to kind of then start mixing it together on your face and blending it more and more and more. So I don't know, for me, I do feel like it should be mixed a little bit before putting it on. This person gave it a 4-star review and said, I don't love this product. I don't know. And I was kind of trying to see what makes it so expensive and why it costs so much. The only thing I can really see is maybe the bakuchiol, but other than that, I don't really see a whole lot in here that would make it cost that much. Maybe it's just the technology they had to put into encapsulating the pigment into the gel. Also, what's the benefit of keeping the pigment separate from the gel? Is that just like a entertainment thing? I don't know. I don't get it. But this, I don't think was made for me and my preferences and my tastes. And it also wears away really ugly. But that is it. Let me know if you've tried this. Would you try it? What do you think? I will love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.